Leave? Okay.
Back in February, I had a meeting with the Humboldt County Library board to see if we could do a ghost hunt, and they approved it.
Discussion and possible action on having the Tri-County Nevada ghost hunters do an after-hours library ghost hunt for discussion and possible action. And all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Winnemucca had a Chinatown, and the Humboldt County Library is now the vicinity of where Winnemucca's Chinatown was.
Winnemucca's Chinatown is primarily remembered as having being located on Bodge Street in the vicinity of what is now the Humboldt County Library. Originally, there were at least 3 Chinese communities in Winnemucca, each separate with their own ideals and values. One was located on Bridge Street across from the Humboldt County Courthouse. Another one was near the Humboldt River on 2nd Street, and one was along the path of the Humboldt Canal west of the Humboldt County Courthouse. These groups or like-minded social classes were often referred to in the United States as tongs, and they typically did not see eye to eye. The people of Winnemucca did not like the Chinese being on Bridge Street and lobbied to have them moved. As a result, in 1873, D.H. Haskell, an agent for the Central Pacific Railroad, arranged for them a lease on a section of land across what was Cross Creek, 1 block behind their original location. Today, we know Cross Creek as Water Canyon Creek. By 1876, all 3 Chinatowns had converged into one on Bodge Street. It was a true community with houses, stores, gardens, and by 1886, a building was dedicated for use as a community center/religious temple known as the Joss House. The Humboldt Star newspaper described the opening of the Joss House in their December 9, 1886 edition entitled "The Chinese are completing the new Joss House," which is intended for the double purpose of a place of worship and a lodge room for meetings of the secret society called the Chinese Masons. In 1902, the Joss House was reconstructed out of brick. Though it is not clear when Winnemucca's Chinatown was demolished, but today, the Humboldt Museum has a few items from Winnemucca's Chinatown, including several prayer boards from the Joss House, as well as a record board of money that was collected to build the Joss House out of brick in 1902. The Humboldt County Library is a culmination of over 100 years of strong community support. The present building was completed in 1967 with contributions from the Max C. Flenchman Foundation, family loans, and other public support. Though there is not much history of the current building, history of Humboldt County libraries range all the way back to 1871 when members of the Humboldt Lodge reported that they had taken steps towards the establishment of a library, but it was not a public one. And throughout many years and many different locations, libraries around Winnemucca seemed to fail. They did not have success and they were constantly moved to different locations. In October of 1880, the women of Winnemucca gathered and formed the Winnemucca Library inside an old furniture store across from the Humboldt County Courthouse. In May of 1885, it was proposed that the Winnemucca Library be given to the public school. And in 1887, the first Winnemucca Public Library was part of the Winnemucca School District. In 1923, another library opened up in the Chamber of Commerce club rooms, but in 1928 the library was moved to the Winnemucca building on Bridge Street. This was the same building in which the Winnemucca Library was first established in 1880. Through many, many years, the library continued to grow and the collection began to expand. And in 1963, after Winnemucca's Chinatown was demolished and cleared out, construction of the current Humboldt County Library began, and all of Winnemucca's current libraries gathered into one on 5th and Bodge Street. Thanks for letting us do this. Would you mind telling us some of the experiences that you have had here, and tell us some of the stories about what you guys witnessed or experienced?
Absolutely. So, first, for my experience, it's not super often that you're here late at night at the library, but every once in a while, especially during COVID, we would come in during closing hours to record videos for our online programming. And so I had a program called Music Time, and so I was in the meeting room playing the clarinet and doing a little bit of history of the instrument. I remember seeing something kind of just like a shadow pass over me, struck me just cold. And so I rewatched the video later, and sure enough, there was a shadow that kind of passed over me. And then my assistant director, she comes in after hours more often than just about anyone else. She said that there was one night that she was working, and her office is the one that's right back there. She said that she kept seeing a woman pass by her office.
Really?
But every time she opened the door to check, she didn't find anyone. She said that it scared the crap out of her, and so she left. But there was one time when she was closing the library, and so when we close, we check the stacks, make sure that there's no one hiding, and she saw a woman in a light bluish dress with long brown hair. She was walking through the stacks, so she kept saying, "Ma'am, we're closing up," but she just never answered. She just kept ignoring her. And so she went to the front desk, and she glanced around and she couldn't find anyone, and none of the other staff that were closing saw her either. Yeah.
Now, when you guys added on to this library, added on to the portion, Chinatown used to be here. When you guys added on to the library, you guys actually uncovered remaining stuff, like dishes and everything else from Chinatown, and you guys have those on display here.
Yes, we do. And if you guys want to take a closer look, I can unlock the cabinet for you guys, and that way you can get a clear shot of everything too. And that's in the Nevada room, where we have probably some of our most activity.
Alrighty, well, we're excited to be here, and thank you very much, man.
Of course.
Appreciate you. When we officially started our ghost hunt, Ashley and Jerry started before us in the lower portion of the library, and almost instantly Jerry started to get some millimeter spikes.
All right. We are down in the kids area where we are told there's a lot of activity down here, whether it's books moving. There's a lady in blue, a light blue dress. Oh, hey, we already got that going off.
That's crazy.
Can you touch that again?
Can you touch that? Yeah, this has gone off a few times.
Yeah. Can you touch that for us, please? Wow.
Already.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there it goes again.
Wow.
There it goes again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hey, I'm gonna get the REM pod. I'm gonna take it down here.
Is there anything you would like to tell us?
And literally just seconds after starting our ghost hunt, we caught our very first EVP of the night.
Is there anything you would like to tell us? Is there anything you would like to tell us?
We were thrilled to hear this upon review. We are unaware that we had caught this. You can clearly hear "yeah" on the EVP recording. And after catching this EVP, we set up our REM pod. It went off once, but unfortunately, it was not caught on video.
You've been giving us a little bit of activity in here already. Can you please come touch that REM pod again? Can you tell us your name?
And if you listen closely, you could hear what sounds like a gasp or something.
Can you tell us your name? Can you tell us your name? Is there anything you would like to tell us? All you got to do is just touch that little antenna right there. That's how we know you're here, and that's how we could communicate with you.
And unfortunately, for the entire time we were in the lower portion of the library, we didn't catch any more REM pod activity. And after catching nothing else for a little bit, we decided to set up our motion-activated music box while we explored other places in the library. Look real closely as Ashley and Jerry had just caught their first anomaly.
Can you move the ball or make the light go off?
And during the entire 10 minutes Ashley and Jerry were here, there was no REM pod activity, no EVPs, or any spikes captured on the Mel meters. The anomaly is the only evidence captured. And while Ashley and Jerry were upstairs near the memorial, me and Zebeth went into the basement garage, but unfortunately, the entire 10 minutes we were in the garage, we didn't catch anything. But during this entire time, upon review, we are unaware that our motion-activated music box went off by itself in the lower portion of the library where we left it. As you could see, there is no one around that could have triggered the music box to go off. Could this be the same spirit that was messing with our LED light ghost ball? Unaware of our music box going off downstairs, we moved everything upstairs to the bookshelves to see if we could catch anything here, as there is said to be a lady that is frequently seen walking through the bookshelves.
All right. Where's the lady in blue at? We're told the staff has seen a lady in a blue dress walk by frequently hiding back here. Are you back here? Can you please do something to make yourself known? Please? We would greatly appreciate it. The lady in blue, can you tell us your name?
That's me.
Okay.
You know what's funny?
What?
Speaking of the lady in blue.
If you don't like to be referred to as the lady in blue, what's your name? We'll let these guys know. Can you tell us your name? What?
Look at that book.
No, speaking of the lady in blue.
That's what I'm saying. That's funny.
They have seen you walking by frequently, hiding back here. Tell us your name so we can let them know. They'll refer to you properly. You catching anything yet?
No, just I can tell where
We're at, right?
and you can see your body heat in the reflection in the window glass, which is kind of weird.
Is there anybody there?
And unfortunately, I didn't catch any EVPs and no millimeter spikes. So we went ahead and walked around with our temperature difference device for a little bit.
We should try going to the boiling room, or the creepy room they call it.
Look real closely as we had just caught our second anomaly. And we walked around nearly everywhere with the temperature difference device, but we didn't catch anything. But before we ended our night, we decided to go ahead and do our SB7 Spirit Box session.
All right. We got quite a bit of activity from the light ball down here. Are you down here? What I have here is you can communicate. We can hear you through static electricity, white noise. If you want to say anything, go ahead and say it. We can hear it. Are you down here? What's your name? What's your name? Clearly that was a radio. What are you doing here? Did you used to live here? We probably won't be coming back, so if there's anything you would like to tell us, tell us. Heard an okay. Okay, what? You want us to leave? Okay, that wasn't radio because I know the radio, so what do you think that said? Can you repeat that? Are you still here? Yeah? You see? You are still here? Hi. Yeah, I heard that plain as day. That was not on that. Can you tell us your name? Hi. Yes. Hi. Hi. I couldn't make that out, but that was something. Hi. Are you trying to tell us something? Did you say Debbie? Is that your name, Debbie? Radio, you can hear it. What? I couldn't hear that. Can I turn this thing up? All right, we won't be coming back down here. Why? I think it said why. Radio. Let's go upstairs. Let's see if we can find that lady in blue's name. All right, we're coming up here now. Oh no. All right, are you up here? The lady in blue is who we're looking for. What's your name, lady in blue? Are you the one hiding behind these bookshelves when it's time for closing? I don't know. How do you not know? I heard that plain as day. I don't know. You heard that? Hi. Yeah, I heard you. Are you in here? Did some of this stuff used to be yours? Leave? Okay. That's radio. Why do you want us to leave? You just now started talking to us. Why do you want us to leave? Is some of this yours? I appreciate you. We just got told to leave. I'm serious. Plain as day, we just got told to leave. Give us, lady in blue, give us your name and we'll leave. Yan? You heard that, right? I heard Yan. Is your name Yan?
Some of these responses were very difficult to make out, but some were very, very clear. And with this being the end of our ghost hunt, upon review of the camera and the bookshelves, we are unaware that our LED light ghost ball went off by itself a few times, but our motion activated music box never went off once. This was a great adventure for us, not just for the team, but for the library staff that was present with us during this ghost hunt. We weren't there for very long, maybe 2-3 hours, but with the review of our video footage and the review of our EVP recorders, I feel like we caught enough just to show that yes, there is a few spirits at the library. I really wish that I had the XLS camera for this ghost hunt, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to have the XLS this time. This was fun. It really was.